on the Adventures of Gaia, sent to find Krellin, who was beaten and tied surrounded by grisly murders in a hotel room. Ruja recognized a phoenix carved in blood and revealed it was left by the Angels, known for exacting justice and freeing slaves. After retrieving some creatures from a malfunctioning pod, Aurora sent one of her spying bots to Aristodemos' wagon, as the group were questioning the motives of their host. There's a very loud cracking sound through the air, filling the space, completely changing the audible reality. It's always amazing to you how much reality changes when there's a loud noise. All of a sudden, like a bolt of lightning, there's another crack sound. Dose. There's about 1,000 eyes watching you. There's a hushed Apollo that's fallen over the crowd. You can hear the organ music barely in the background somewhere of the organ players nervously playing their organ as they're watching you pull your pistol out. Smile for the crowd. Letty is standing across the end of the circus with an apple on her head, standing there looking around. She's all poised and been trained by Ruja how to stand poised like, which obviously I can't do. She's doing it way better than I am. All right. You hear Aristodemos say, and now for the final shot. Dose will shoot the apple on Letty's head. The whole crowd goes, oh, totally gonna kill her, man. Shut up. Okay, everything gets, you hear a drum roll, a snare drum. The whole crowd gets really, really quiet. Okay, you aim.
I think just a nice turn to the crowd and look like, oh no, and then wink, and then turn back again.
All right, I like that. +1. Okay, you aim at the apple. All right, let's hope you don't miss.
Oh yeah, that's a 40. That'll make it.
Okay, you aim at the apple. And you go, you shoot it, the apple goes boom and explodes. Everyone goes, yeah! They all drop up. Letty pretends like it was no big deal. Ruja, you feel a little bit of pride that she's doing the bow you showed her. Okay, the whole circus goes nuts. Yay! Okay, Aristodemos comes out, and all these magic kind of swirlies go around him for his final act. And Dose, it's time for you to run off the stage and get behind stage.
Cool. Do that.
Okay, you beeline behind the stage. All right, Aurora, Ruja, and Krellin, you've been watching this from behind stage, and Dose just comes back. Letty squeals and kind of beelines it out into another tent. She's probably needs to stop hyperventilating for a bit, so she's not there. But Dose comes back.
Good job. That was great.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real with you for a second. I wasn't so sure in that last shot, but it really just kind of came together.
Oh,
it worked.
Well, that was some sharp shooting there.
A marvelous performance.
Yeah, thanks. Just it's whatever. It's whatever.
As the show promptly ends, you can hear the music. The everybody get out of our tent music, as everyone in the circus calls it. It's very happy, and everyone's like, "Thank you for coming." Blah blah blah. And all the contortionists are fleecing as many more watchers as possible as they all kind of file out of your tent. You've been staying in a place called Kev, which is a major city in the central core of Gaia. It's one of the 8 central core lands, and it's said that anything can be bought and sold in Kev. It is a very flashy. It runs between very, very poor sections and areas, which you've set up tent in the East Warrens. It is over here. This area right here. This is where you've set up, just kind of in the middle of buildings, of ramshackle buildings. You've set up your circus here, Kev itself, this is in the East Warrens, it's called. So this is more of a poor area, but still the rich still come down here. The rich live in the top of the pyramid. Kev is called also the pyramid, affectionately. You're on the first level, and it's not so much a pyramid as it is floating flat slabs of land with highly technical, very shiny and beautiful buildings on top and the bottom of each floating platform that goes up from a platform at the bottom, number one. The fifth final platform floating on top of, quote unquote, the pyramid of Kev is kind of like out of character, kind of like Las Vegas Strip. There's the plaza, there's the Guardian Station Prime, there's tons of different kinds of hotels, and it's very flashy, and there's fountains, and there's holograms, and there's always people walking around the Central Market. So every night after the shows, a lot of the circus performers have been going off into Kev and enjoying the city. You've been told to be careful, of course. It's not necessarily that safe. Krillin, you happen to know from your past life that the Kev is an owned city. It is owned by the Syndicate. The Syndicate is... it's probably not even fair calling the Syndicate the rival gang to the Black Cabal, because there really is no comparison. The Syndicate is such a powerful gang that they literally have their clubhouse directly across the street from the Guardian Station, and they have their own corporate headquarters in the Ark. They're so powerful that they're treated like a merchant family when everyone knows that they are the prime syndicate. So people in the Black Cabal would say they're your main competition. The people in the Syndicate definitely wouldn't say that. They don't have any competition in the Syndicate.
Yeah, that sounds like crime organizations.
So you know very well this place is run by the Syndicate, and so you know actually how dangerous it is. The rest of the performers in the circus have some inkling as to how dangerous it is, but they don't quite know how dangerous it is.
I have no inkling.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. We're going to go gambling.
Completely fine. You just, don't piss anyone off. As simple as that.
Lita and Adil walk in arm in arm, and you see, Frank's there with his now purple mohawk. He's got a few more different face piercings and tattoos on his face. He's just blowing fire for fun. He looks at some of the new girls who you don't know where they got picked up. He kind of winks at one. He goes, he blows a little heart in fire. They kind of go and kind of roll their eyes and look away. He goes, all right.
Obligatory giggle.
Okay, Royd's there. He's looking in the mirror, in Aristodemos' mirror. He's putting on some. He takes some of Aristodemos' cologne, puts it on. All right. So, Dose, pretty nice shot, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of what I do. So they're all pretty good.
So Royd is this crusty, looks like a washed-up wizard. He wears these old robes with faded stars and moons on them. It kind of gives the appearance of like an old, dirty old man wearing a bathrobe that barely covers him in a hotel room. That's kind of the appearance he has.
Perfect.
Ew.
I know exactly what you mean.
He's got scraggly, greasy, gray hair. He's in bad need of a potting. You don't know why he doesn't. The circus has pods and carts. You cart around all over Gaia. You don't know why he doesn't visit them, or maybe he does. Maybe that's just what his life form looks like in its prime.
Oh, geez, that's his prime.
That would be very unfortunate.
We shouldn't judge. He's yucky.
Yes. Shouldn't judge. Anyway, maybe you can judge Royd because he's kind of a crusty asshole. But speaking
But
of
not
which,
based on his appearance.
Sure.
On his
There we go.
jerkness.
Speaking of which, he says, so,
I think we could judge on both.
Dose, you think you made that last shot?
I mean,
Clearly, they did.
Yeah, no one died. So
He puts his hand into a pocket. He pulls out a smushed bullet. He says, "Look familiar?" So he looks at himself in the mirror.
Ugh, don't listen to him.
I mean, yeah, it does.
You weird furry freak.
Well, I don't believe there's any need for name calling here, my good man.
Aurora's gonna conjure a construct to bite him in the butt.
Immediately, this jumps into like, oh no.
Ooh, I'm angry. I need a 169.
It's like watching a puppy get mad. You're just like,
A puppy with sharp teeth.
yeah.
I make it with a 16. Just
Okay.
a little one, but
Just your thought.
I just go.
Your thought. You don't even have to move your hand. Your thought just barely flicks over into construct be near me, and one immediately teleports in. It's this molded kind of circle on the back with like a cone-like front. No face, no sensors. Just a dark coppery kind of slickery look with weird vents and lights that blink underneath it, alternately red and blue lights. It floats towards Royd. He looks. Says, yeah, I could summon constructs too, sweetheart. He says, listen, Dose, next time when you're trying to shoot our talent, try not to hit them in the face. I had to stop this with my illusions. He throws a bullet at you. Amateurs.
Thanks, I guess.
How do you stop a bullet with illusions? Don't listen to him, Dose. Just cranky and...
And your construct disappears.
What? He dismissed my construct?
Same way I did that, sweetheart. And he walks out. Kind of like,
Oh, I really don't like that guy.
I really thought I made that shot.
How did he dismiss my construct? Oh, I just thought things were getting better.
Well, he could have just stopped the bullet with an illusion, even if you were going to make the shot.
Yeah,
Just to say you didn't.
He is the type who likes to make a point, regardless of whether it's right.
Yes. I don't know. I guess I was really confident in that one, and then like it's what I do, so I'm like, oh, got it. Yeah.
Don't listen to him. He's lying.
I don't know.
okay, right then, Lita and Adil walk up. They say, as always, they either speak simultaneously or the finishes of their sentences. They say, don't worry about him. Royd is just... They roll their eyes simultaneously. Makes a strange mirroring effect.
I roll my eyes too.
Say, well, children, if you're going to go out to Kev tonight, remember to be careful. But we're all going to see the top of the pyramid tonight, they say.
Oh, great. Not Royd, right?
What he does, who knows? They roll their eyes again.
Why does he stay here?
He has his uses.
Yeah, annoying, stupid butt uses.
Those two.
Okay.
Aurora's like,
Harry was sweeping up nearby. He's got his big handlebar mustache, his big mustache, and his kind of chimney sweep hat on. He stops when you said that. Rouge is kind of like imagining the possibilities of what that meant.
He just has a large grin on his face at that comment.
it's not funny. When you...
Lita says, "All right." Frank jumps down, says, "All right, guys, we're ready to go. Party!"
What's up there? Like the top of the.
So everything, man. They got Stacy's. They got the dice hole. That's my favorite place. They got the luck. They got everything, man. Everything's on the market. You gotta go see it.
I mean, you're saying these things, and I'm gonna say yeah, those things, but I don't know what you're saying.
It's always a new experience then. Let's have a good time.
I guess.
Where's Magnus?
You're not really sure.
No.
I'll give you 3 guesses where he is, though.
I just start walking to the stinky library truck.
Okay. There's a lonely gate. You walk outside of the tent. You see in the dark kind of alleyway, you're framed about buildings all around you on all sides. UAVs, or the garden UAVs go crisscross overhead. And you see there's a full freeway of speeders, a good 400, 500 feet above you going. You see the lights of them streaming going back both ways. And the end of this dark kind of vacant lot, you see there's this lonely little wagon with a little light from inside.
Oh, it's so cute. He really needs to get out of there. Okay.
Okay, your shoes clack on the wood. Clack, 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 clack. As you come up, you open the door. Okay, you see he's there.
There can't possibly be anything else you need to learn about snails. Come on, we're going up top.
Oh, sorry. What? I was learning of
It doesn't
the history
matter.
of the circus. It's very, very interesting.
Oh, wait, what?
The history of the circus. It's quite interesting.
Oh, okay. She closes the door. What did you learn? Anything interesting?
Oh well, it seems that the
Interesting for
circus-
real people, not snail interesting.
No,
Oh.
no, not really.
Okay, come on, we're gonna go to something. We're going to a hole, and then we're seeing Stacy and something else.
+1. He was a hole.
I don't know. It's
All
got to be
right.
better than here.
Okay. He smiles. Says, "Well, as long as you're asking me to go."
I'm the only person here. Come on,
Okay, Paul.
let's go.
Okay.
You're so slow, and you're starting to smell like this truck.
He goes,
You should wear some cologne. Maybe ask Aristodemos about it. Come on.
"Okay." Are you drag him along? Okay.
As you guys exit the library wagon, you see Krellin on the other side of the door. Did you two buds have a good time in there?
Just reading books about how to do things. Come on,
Oh,
we're
yes.
going. We have to go to the
I've
hole
read
now.
quite a few of those books.
Who wants to go to see the magical, wonderful top of the pyramid in Kev?
Ooh, me.
I'm
I'm
down.
going to the hole.
Ruja, do you go?
Yeah, she's gonna join. At least to follow and make sure they don't die.
All right. So you see these speeder wagons come down with Gaia taxi on it. The doors
Whoa.
and open up. They're like kind of black vans with like a yellow strip. 2 doors open up either side. You guys all pile in. The AI says, "Oh, where are you going?" You see the little light on the dash.
We're going to a hole and to see Stacy.
Oh,
Yes,
my,
to the dice hole,
this-
please.
All right, up to the strip it is. Okay, the thing's closed. Frank gets in the other one. You see Roy gets in.
Not ours.
No, he gets in the other one.
Oh, good. I would have made myself huge if he was getting in ours.
Krellin,
Vans go
Krellin looks
Gonna
very
take off.
uncomfortable
in the
In
van.
the car.
in the van. He is not used to traveling in such communal fashion.
Okay, you kind of feel weird. You're rubbing shoulders with these people.
It's rather noticeable as well.
Okay,
Laura's looking out the window.
Magnus is sitting. Okay, +1 there. Right? Okay, Magnus is sitting across from you, Krellin. He says, Mr. Krellin, I couldn't help but notice. You seem a little. Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Oh, yes, I'll be all right. Thank you, my good man. I'm just not used to this form of travel.
Frank says, "Hey man, take it easy. If this thing crashes and falls, it'll take a split second to die."
Oh no, I'm not worried about that.
He's got a point, I guess. But,
We got pods. Don't worry, man. You just wake up in the pods. Happen to me all the time.
Do that again.
We can tell.
One time, I was gonna breathe some fire, and my whole head exploded. They told
Yes.
me it was one hell of a trick. People clapped a lot.
I had some friends that very similar situations happened to, with the heads exploding and such.
oh, was it like a circus thing too? Were you were they like, oh man, I'm gonna make my head explode, and then oh, just kidding, it was an illusion,
Sure. Yes. Exactly that. Yeah. Of course.
Right? Yeah. It'd be, oh man, we should talk to somebody about oh man, what if Dose misses a shot, and then oh, just kidding.
And then the person. Yes. I just said that sounds like a great addition to your act.
Yeah, then they're fine.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems Krillin might want to volunteer for it.
I have no quarrel with this.
Cool. All
You
right.
still have not yet found your place in the circus, so
Dose puts an arm around Krillin and is like, yeah, we'll talk about it. You can do you could stand there and be like, oh man, I'm so freaked out, and despite how visibly Krillin probably looks visibly uncomfortable Krillin looks about this, Dose is just going to keep going about this act because this is the coolest thing that he's thought about all night.
Krellin is he looks less uncomfortable now, and he before he continues talking with those, he looks at Ruja and says, well, Ruja, don't forget, I believe we had a little discussion about a joint act between the two of us at some point.
Perhaps, but we would need some practice.
Of course. And then he starts talking to Dos about the logistics of this addition to the act.
What is going on here?
Frank's like, ooh, a new act. Maybe Ruja, I could have an act with you too. We could make it would be hot. Get it? Hot.
I'll think about it.
Okay, Frank looks away. He turned down for the second time in the night. He looks out the windows. Magnus and Aurora look confused.
Maybe you'll have fun at the hole. That'll be better.
Oh, the hole should be a great time.
The hole.
Now it's the hole.
Krell's just calling it the hole now, too. And every time he's smirking.
Okay, you hear the AI said, all right, I'm your AI pilot, and if you look out the left side of the vehicle, you'll notice that we're flying past the strip. You can see the Great Priory of Gaia, the Guardian Station Prime, and the Dice Hole.
What's the dice hole? Why didn't someone correct me? Goodness.
Oh, it's just called the hole now, darling.
Oh, I was right all along.
The new street slang, exactly.
There's a priory right in the middle of the strippy bits?
Of course.
Yeah, probably need lots of healing.
All hail Gaia. Okay. All right, you do see the grandeur and the splendor of Kev. It is quite the technological marvel to behold. These floating platforms with city on both sides, and all the corridors of lights streaming around the whole thing. It looks kind of like a strange mechanical beating heart with the light pumping out of it and flowing to different places. You imagine the hundreds of millions of people who live here, the tens of millions of parties, the maybe 1 or 2 million good parties. So you fly over Eastern Warrens. You come up to the top of the top of Kev on the strip, and you land just next to the Priory here. Actually, in this little kind of area here is where taxis seem to land and come and take off. Across from the shopping mall called the Plaza. You are quite impressed by all the lights, the people. There's tens of thousands of Geisans walking around, having fun, laughing, looking at the holograms that are going off, and all the cacophony of artistic holograms and the cacophony of commercial holograms going off around you is mesmerizing in and of itself. There's one going crazy for the Berry Bunny Bar. There's another one talking about visit Stacy's. If you win, you get to see Stacy yourself, and sexy scenes and every possible thing. Mounds of food. There's literally a guy standing on a mountain of food. Come on down to Mountain of Food where you can eat a mountain of food. That's at Mountain of Foods. Here's the mountain.
Of the Mountain of Food.
What it says on the tin, it's honest.
It's as advertised.
It is not subtle in the slightest, and what I'm assuming is effective given the population of this area.
The man says, you can go and eat the mountain of food. You'll kill yourself from eating too much. We'll pod you. You can eat more. You can have the whole mountain done by the end of the night.
That seems unnecessary.
It's a luxury experience.
I'm not sure that's what I would call it, but all right.
Okay, you see the other van touchdown. The door opens. You see Roy jump out and a few other circus rough hands and whatnot. Harry jumps out. Harry's waxed his mustache all into curls. He's trying to do a comb over the bald spot on his head. He's wearing a big bow tie and he's got his shirt on. He walks all out. He's looking around.
I'll hook arms with him.
Okay. He goes, oh, he smiles.
Where to first?
So, I don't know. I was thinking of hitting the dice hole.
I think everybody is interested in the dice hole, so let us go.
Okay. He smiles.
Or I should go somewhere else.
Okay, you all start walking kind of like a giant pack through the people. Okay, you see you see people of every possible description, from poor ones sitting there, trying to beg some credits, unwashed, barely frothing at the Gaia skins, some in bad need of a potting, all the way up to the richest possible nobles who literally walk on air. above, like a foot off the ground. All kind of servant robots following behind them, wearing expensive-looking furs imported from the Outer Rims. One of the furs heads look up and looks around and goes back down, and she pets it. She goes, no, it's all right, it's all right. It walks by. They walk by, the whole collection of them. You see across the street what you know to be 2 Guardian police bots. They're tall, maybe 7 foot tall, completely shiny black, biosynthetic robots. They don't have a face. They just have like a helmet that's all shiny. They have the embossed in the black, just slightly less visible. They have the entwined circle, or the key circle symbol, it's called, the Guardians. And they're walking, both kind of walking like this. They look around at each other as if they're talking, but they're probably just talking robot talk in their heads. One kind of nods and keeps walking like this. Some pickpocket, you're guessing a pickpocket, or some smaller guys, and grabs them and starts running. Say, hey, he stole it. They turn, see lasers come out. They go boom. They shoot this like big blue kind of blast, boom, and they stun the guy. Poof, he falls on the ground. Some stuff clinks out of his hands, and they run over and said, "You're coming with us." They kind of put him in handcuffs.
A very good pickpocket. He's getting caught, you know.
Okay, Dose. Once you see that, you have a weird reaction. You remember being in a crowd like this. You remember being hungry. You remember being cold. You and the group, not this group, but another group, were trying to pick pockets in Eager. You're walking around, lifting little bits of trinkets and putting them in your pockets from people in a market, that in a cobblestone kind of market that looked kind of like this, just much less high tech. And you remember something about the Guardian bots looking to you and trying to catch you before there's a huge explosion, and you feel a terrible fiery pain. You're woken out of your memory. Magnus says, "Are you all right, Dose?"
Yeah. Just the lights are a lot of. Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine. Don't. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. You, as a giant group, you keep moving down the market.
Wait, do we have anything to give all the poor people? Do we bring anything? Some food? Look at them all.
Roy notices what you said, kind of rolls his eyes and keeps walking. Some of the other circus members keep walking. I don't know, what do you have? What do you think you have with you?
Oh, I don't think I own anything. Under equipment, I have clothes, so... Oh no, I don't have that.
Dose takes a couple bullets and tosses them their way.
No.
And then looks at Aurora and then keeps walking.
Dose, you're simply the best. Good luck, guys. Oh, next time we better bring sandwiches.
Okay, good. +1 to Aurora and to Dose for taking care of these half-robotic, dirty, unwashed street urchins. Okay.
Oh.
Something like, thanks, and they get up and they run off. Obviously, the bullet was what they needed for the night. Okay, you guys make your way past the very ostentatious priory. It's this giant golden building made of gold and stained glass tower that reaches up into the heavens and has rotating squares of holograms with almost like TV evangelist kind of broadcasting on it. Some of them are like you hear like a like holy kind of singing music as you go by, and then the praetor, the bald head of the praetor, comes up and says, "Yes, come to the priory. We will save your soul." Moves around. You see there's 2 priors standing out there, handing out, there's like a line, people come up, "Heal me, man, heal me." "Okay, I will." See, they shoot white light on them. He goes, "Oh, I feel much better. More drinking." And they go right off and go with Gaia. across the kitty corner from the Priory. You round the corner. There's speeders going by. A new Hero 2200 speed racer of white and blue with like flames coming out the side. Goes by. Some guy is in it with like he's got his arm around a young guys and female with two heads. One's a blonde. One's got a red head, and they're all kind of smiling and showing off as they drive. And you come up to what you're guessing is the dice hole. It is a giant casino. You see there's the dice, and they're falling into a black hole. They're getting sucked in. Welcome to the dice hole.
I can see how it got its name.
Frank goes, wow, does that mean that the money gets sucked in the black hole? Or that mean, what does that mean?
I think it means all your luck is sucked into the hole.
I don't know.
I never had much luck, so.
But the question is, does the shoot out the other side of the black hole somewhere? That's where you find it.
That's where we're going to find the luck, he smiles.
Oh.
All right, you're inside the casino. You see there's literally, it's almost magical. It looks like literally a field of tables of various games that goes on as far as your eyes can see in almost every direction. You see in the middle there seems to be like these dice that come bubbling out of a black hole, and they go fly back in, they go bubbling out, and they go fly back in. On the left-hand side is a giant bar. On the right-hand side is it seems to be some kind of concierge for exchanging tokens and or maybe for getting rooms. You're not really sure. You do believe this is a casino and hotel. One of the most expensive and nicest ones in all of Kev, if not all of Gaia. Then there's these kind of levitation kind of pads that bring people down to the gaming floor and back up to this kind of area. And there's kind of a bar, as I said, on the left side, and kind of a weird water hologram fountain with water beings of beautiful androgynous female and male water beings come out. They dance around, and there's like a water fountain in the middle, almost like there's a pole. But they're not real, but they are real. Like they're winking and smiling at people and interacting, but they're made strictly out of water, and they disappear and they go back up and they come around. And
Beautiful.
so it's quite the sight to behold. Here he goes. Ever seen the like?
Seems to be a lot of illusion.
Roy goes, they have no idea what they're doing.
No, I want to get away
Try
from
to
them.
teach them.
Sorry, Car?
Perhaps you should try to teach them, I say to Royd, in order to rile him up a little bit and get him kicked out.
I grabbed Roy around the shoulder and I said, that sounds like a great idea. Why don't you show us what you can do right now?
He says, how about you take your arm off me before I make it disappear forever?
Oh my goodness.
That would be an interesting trick.
Okay, do you remove your arm?
Yes.
Okay.
Slowly and deliberately while still touching his back as I move it off.
Okay.
Creepy!
Plus one for the creep factor. However, Royd's creep factor is times 10. So he barely notices. He pegs Ruja and look and says,
Hey, no.
he says, just like you, honey, they can't afford me. And he walks off.
Oh, good, he's gone.
Okay, you see, he walks towards the bar.
Of course he does.
Right,
Oh, well, we got rid of that. That's good. Night just got better.
some other of your group kind of file out. Frank goes, all right, I'm going to win a dice roll. They're like, yeah. And Frank and a few of them go running off to the levitation disc, and they're like, ooh, like surfing down them and into the gaming platform.
I also head to the gaming platform.
Dose follows, but while talking or while following. So what's the dice hole? Like, what's the hole that you playing? You throw it into the hole? Or you,
Yeah, that'd be a fun game.
yeah, you know.
All right, see, Magnus has got a pamphlet as well. According to the pamphlet I see,
Where'd you get a pamphlet?
they're there by the door. The dice hole, as you call it, is apparently their primary game that they're famous for here in Gaia. Excuse me. Apparently, you throw your dice into a black hole, and if your dice come back out and rolls something called a snake eyes, you win everything.
Ooh,
Oh, I
Shouldn't be
mean,
too terribly difficult.
I could use everything.
what's the everything?
Apparently, there's only been one winner when the Praetor visited
No.
a gigacycle ago, and the Praetor won.
Was he the
Said
Praetor
because he
then?
had the blessing of Gaia. I'm sorry?
Was he the Praetor at the time?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I thought he won being the Praetor.
No. Oh, no. No. The Praetor became the Praetor in the
Yeah, second one.
Cool. So dice. We're gonna throw the dice in the hole.
We don't. Do you have money? I don't have money.
I got bullets, kind of. Some.
Ooh, let's spend your bullets.
Ruja will give everybody a allowance of 5,000 credits.
Wow.
Okay, that's very nice of you. +2.
Thanks.
This is great.
Thank you, my dear.
Dos, Krellin, Aurora, and Harry's with us.
Harry says, "Oh, I have my own money, sweetheart. Don't worry about it."
And myself, I guess. Okay.
What are we gonna do? Ooh,
I hope it's enough. Maybe I'll have to give you guys more. We'll see.
we're gonna win everything.
Yeah.
Then I'll give you half of everything. Well, I guess I'll split it. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Come on.
That's awful nice of you. But yeah, let's go. So yeah, Dos goes up to the platform and kind of like stands there like,
Where's the hole?
going up. This is so cool.
All right, you go. I'm really starting to regret calling this casino the dice hole.
Yes.
I told you it wasn't a good name.
I don't think I thought this through when I was making
It's the
this mess.
perfect name. No, it's great. It's excellent.
Okay, you jump on the discs and you go. You go sailing down. You hear this.
Wow.
Okay, you go down. It just kind of lands and it goes through the floor, but you land on the invisible floor that everyone's walking on, where all the gaming is. Okay, it's almost like an arcade slash like a casino floor. There's lots of talking, laughing. People are you hear a whole table over there are reps and people are saying yeah. They're all cheering. These people are going, oh, damn it! And then the robot comes by, picks a guy up. Says, "You're done, sir." No, I'm not done gambling yet. I still have my hands. Takes him off.
Whoa, what?
Maybe his hands are, like detachable. Or something.
Nobody lose their hands while we're here.
There's the second title for the episode. Maybe his hands are detachable.
This is the subtitle.
Okay, guys, hold on to your hands. And all your other body parts.
Okay, Magnus
I
Magnus
don't
grabs-
think we're allowed to do that bit in public.
grabs your hand. He smiles.
Okay, I meant okay.
Okay, Harry looks at you, Ruja, and he goes, kind of rolls his eyes.
They will figure it out eventually.
We have a running bet. We don't think so. Okay, what game would you like to try? There are slot games. There is some kind of cardy games, and there is, of course, in the center of the gaming platform, the dice hole.
Show me the hole.
I want to play the hole.
Also,
Russia.
heading to the dice hole.
Rusha will watch them from the slots, which are bound to be more profitable.
Yes. Ruja's street smarts coming again. Do you? So, other than Ruja and Harry playing the slots, do you guys go with Dos to the infamous dice hole?
I think Dos and I are long on our way there.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Dos
Krellin?
is real excited about this dice.
I'm also heading to the dice hole.
All right. It calls to you like a beacon. The dice fly out. They kind of spin and sparkle. They fall back down into the black hole. You hear, "Come to the dice hole. You could win. 1 gigillion core credits.
Is that a real number?
Oh yes, more.
Wait a minute, I thought they said we could
Subtle
win
advertisement.
everything.
Sorry?
That does seem like a lot of everything there.
That seems like most of everything, at least.
But that's
Maybe
not everything. I wonder if this thing isn't fully...
Okay, you see there's this big red button. It says, "Put in your credits." It's blinking. Doo, doo, doo.
Where's the everything?
Is there a minimum amount or?
No, it just says, "Put in your credits."
Of course it does.
Cool. Dos takes all 5,000 and throws it in.
You get my +1.
Like a kid at the arcade.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just go.
I feel like Krellin would have had his fair play of gambling games in his past.
would I know what would be a reasonable or average bet for this?
Okay, roll PR.
27.
You're pretty sure that if this is anything like the Black Cabal's gambling palaces, that the reasonable amount to put into this would be 0, because you have 0 chance of winning. And the syndicate is currently watching you right now, and every little move you make.
I have 0 chance of winning. Means that something is rigged. But I'm thinking this, I should say, but I can always get around something that's rigged. I put in 1,000 credits.
Okay. All right, you take your chip, you go bloop. Goes through 1,000 core credits. Press the button. Doot, 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 doot. All right. Roll mental resistance.
35 out of 92.
All right. Okay, okay, you see the button just glowing there. You put credits in, but you have no particular desire to press it other than you just put credits in.
All right, well, let's see if my own personal coordination will get me to say dice. Hell no.
Okay, you press it. It goes. The dice go in the black hole, and you hear this. It's, oh no! Space monsters have eaten your dice. Better luck next time. The credits go minus 1,000. Bloop, and it goes back to 0.
Well, I'm done with that, and I walk over to the card tables.
Yeah, card tables make sense for Krellin.
Hard luck, Krillin. I apologize.
Dos definitely put all 5,000 on.
So there's multiple buttons, and so you're on the other side. Okay, it says it's a purple button. It goes bloop, bloop. Press the button, Dos.
Ooh, yours is purple. That's got to be a good sign.
The dice go boom, go flying in, and roll.
All right.
Natural 100.
No.
No.
Not even close.
No, how did I know that was going to happen? No. After the terrible failure of Dos not winning the dice hole, there's a line of people behind you want to try, and some from the circus, some not. And they're like, I'm going to win the dice hole, totally. I'm going to get the cajillion. Is that a number? Yeah, totally a number.
Oh, I really want to... okay.
Okay, but you've been enjoying more of the areas. You've been watching people win. There's been like just a whole assortment of different kind of people. And you've been gambling away and eating, as I said. You get free food and free booze. Gets kind of poured in like, hey, honey, here's your rum and Gaia juice. You fly up.
We're just got mimosas at the slots.
Yep. Yeah, you and Harry have been playing the slots. You're up. Let's see. Roll D100.
That is a 83.
Oh, okay. You're up 33%, and Harry's up 21%.
Hey.
It looks like it could be you and Harry's lucky night. No euphemism intended or implied.
Ooh, I want to be lucky. Can I win something?
1/3, huh?
Sure. What did you notice that Harry and Ruja seem to be having fun playing the slots together? All you do is just put a little credit in and pull the slot and.
Oh, that looks up my alley.
Okay.
Although I did want to put it in the hole.
You'll get there.
What am I rolling?
I'm just not even talking about that. I'm just not.
Am I rolling a D100 to see what I've won?
Yes. Roll D100.
Or more likely lost? I rolled a 99.
99. All right. You and Magnus are sitting there talking, and Magnus says, I wonder what magic runs this contraption. He's kind of looking at it, and you go, I don't know. And
All 5,000 credits and...
all right, and it is you have quadrupled your money. You now have 20,000 core credits. It says,
Oh,
you're a
this
winner,
gambling
and
stuff
you're
is
very
good.
hot.
What?
The big guy goes, doo, doo.
That's weird.
I think
that's very not so subtle psychological manipulation.
yeah, it's part of the charm. You know, you win. Fun.
You win, you get compliments, you play some more, you lose.
Well, why would I do it? I won all the bits. Here you go, Ruja. I give it all back to her.
I'll let her keep half.
Oh,
Playing. Keep playing. It is a fun game.
okay.
Or perhaps play another one.
Ooh,
Okay, +1 for each of you.
How's Krellin doing at cards? I want to use my my infrared to watch people's like internal temperatures to see if they're lying to some extent.
Okay. All right. Okay, you're sitting there. Everyone's kind of looking at their cards. They're playing with these round kind of cards. They kind of float up holographically, so you can't tell by the heat of these holographic cards what they are, but you can kind of look at their heat. Okay, the dealer is this octopus-looking kind of Gaizen with 8 arms and like 2 big kind of gold eyes with like a bow tie on, floating there. You see little words come up underneath. Place your bets, gentlemen. All right, roll a d100.
That sounds like a plan. 14.
All right, you have a very, very weak hand.
Oh no.
You want to puff? You want to pull?
Is after everybody has seen their cards, what can I gauge off of them with my infrared?
All right, roll vision.
Oh, thank God, 82 out of 87.
82 out of 87. Okay, you kind of, your eye kind of scans them. You've been tracking their ambient temperature. The body temperature for most Gaizens usually is around 36 degrees Celsius. Usually, some run hotter, some run colder. You notice you've been tracking all their body temperatures for a few hands now, and you notice that you are playing with male humanoid. There's a very tall android Gaizen with razor sharp looking teeth. A kind of more hairy Gaizen sitting there. The hairier Gaizen it's got kind of a like almost a chimpanzee face, a little bit. Looks down. You see a little bit of perspiration, and he seems to be a little warm. Roll CE.
41 out of 66.
Okay, you think they're excited. They're kind of like, kind of like this, and their body temperature is going up.
I'm a fold.
All of a sudden, the octopod life form looks at you, says, so its eyes kind of dilate, changes. Hey, no cyborgs at the table.
Oh, my good man. Why on earth would you ever ban my people from playing your wonderful, wonderful game?
Get out of here, buddy.
But you don't have to ask me twice.
All right, Aurora and Ruja and Dos, you guys are all Krellin, you've moved over there, and you're all kind of congregated near to the slots. And you can't help but notice Frank and some of the girls, the ones that turned him down earlier, are now he's got his arms around them. They're kind of laughing, and they're playing some kind of game where you throw dice on a long table and you win something or not. And Frank seems to be on a bit of a winning streak. They're kind of going, yeah. And they're like now they think he's the best thing in the world.
Oh, shit, yeah.
For some reason.
There might be a link between money and attractiveness.
I mean,
Put that in your
so
Just a smidge.
put it in your book, Magnus.
Okay, all right. You can't help but notice Royd just kind of standing there looking around.
Oh, is he stoned out and drunk or something?
He's kind of like,
No. Oh, good.
Can I-
Maybe he'll get arrested and taken away.
then you notice he kind of sees someone from across the room. He puts the drink down. Immediately, he kind of walks over to an individual.
Who's he looking at?
It's a 6-foot-tall Gaizen and male. Presents as male. And they're wearing kind of like a suit with a tie, but the jacket they're wearing is like this patchwork kind of leather. Like they've sewn it together themselves. You notice they're wearing kind of like a desert kind of hat that you might wear on a hot day, like a cowboy hat with a feather in it. You notice they got two sparkling-looking median land, kind of like 6-shooter pistols on their hips with a bunch of bullets. But you can't see. Royd goes over. He looks around. They talk to each other. The guy's like this, and then you see Royd hands him a pad. The guy takes it. He looks at it, puts it in his belt, and then Royd looks around and kind of goes, like this, and they kind of go walking behind behind some curtains, and there's like booth seating around the side of the casino. They go sit in a booth and pull the curtain.
They walk in.
Right.
Ooh, they went into a booth and pulled their.
Well, I couldn't see what they said, but I'm pretty sure we know who his dealer is now.
Do I recognize that guy at all?
What's your PR?
85.
Okay. You're not so sure. You're pretty sure that is an Outer Rims hunter.
Interesting.
You're definitely sure of it.
I would like to.
With the 100 you rolled.
Yes. I would like to.
In fact, you think his name is Tobos.
Okay. All right.
Pretty sure you saw him on a TV program when you were working a guard duty for the Black Ball one time.
I'm going to. I'd like to sneak over there and try and eavesdrop on their conversation. I would like no one to notice that I disappeared from where I was standing.
Okay, what's your sneak?
138.
Okay, roll.
90.
90 still makes it.
I know, I just...
Okay, all of a sudden, Krellin's not there.
Hey, what? What if he's meeting them too?
I don't believe so. Krellin, you've been sneaking up closer. You've managed to slip into the booth beside them without most people noticing. You're looking in that direction. You can all roll vision and tell me if you get a success. Then you do happen to notice Krellin because he only rolled a normal success.
Yep.
Success on 80.
My vision's 61. I rolled a 21.
Magnus doesn't roll because he can't see that far.
I just copy kind of what Rouge is doing. I follow Rouge's eyes. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Okay, you see Krellin kind of look around and slip very quickly into the booth beside them. All right, Krellin, you slipped in. You don't think anyone's noticed you. You can barely hear conversation, but each booth is really architected in such a way that the acoustics, most of the sound stays in. You're going to have a pretty big minus trying to eavesdrop. You have a minus 40 trying to eavesdrop.
Oh, bugger. Yeah, I did not succeed the hearing check.
Okay, you can hear them saying something like, oh yeah, well, that's probably Royd. It's probably the other guy. Okay, and then they come out of the thing all of a sudden.
As I see them come out, I stand up from the booth and I put my arm around Royd again. I said, "Oh, Royd, where have you been? We've been looking everywhere for you."
Okay, you see, they both kind of freeze. The guy's hands immediately go to his pistols and just kind of looks at you.